This episode brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budgeting game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, and hoping it all works out? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can get a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll help find you options within your budget. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states.
When you think about businesses that are selling through the roof, like aloe or skins, sure, you think about a great product, a cool brand, and brilliant marketing. But an often overlooked secret is actually the businesses behind the business, making selling and, for shoppers, buying simple. For millions of businesses, that business is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts are going abandoned and way more sales happening. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell whatever your customers are scrolling or strolling on the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Skins uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Let the King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to the Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
What's up, good people? BetOnline is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. BetOnline continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews, you name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
All right, folks, we're back on the Bossman Show, friend of the show. Everett Waters Tigers, his basketball coach over there doing big things. My man Cabral, Huff on the Bossman Show. Brother Cabral, how you doing, my brother?
Doing well, man. Can't complain, man. Trying to have a little downtime as we go into the fourth and just get ready to get things rolling for these guys to get back on campus.
I hear that, man. Well, brother, man, I saw your post yesterday, man. You signed some great young men, man, for your new classes, some transfers and four freshmen as well. So talk about that balance, man, of getting some transfers in to really help you this year and some young guys to develop in that pipeline as well.
Man, we really want to have some balance in this class, man. So you got, oversaturated where you're trying to, go replace some things. So we felt we wanted to get older with some guys and some guys that can definitely help us right away, but definitely get some quality young men, some freshmen who some we feel can come in right away and give us some really quality minutes, and others that we want to develop. But when those young men develop, those freshmen along with the guys we already have and those older guys we're bringing in, we think we have a great mix of older and younger guys. And we've tried to put those younger guys at positions where we know we may have some guys who either are 1 or 2 more years left so they can be ready to step right in when that time is called.
No doubt. It also having some older guys, you can kind of teach those young guys how to play the right way, how to do things at the collegiate level the right way. Because come from high school, you kind of get into some bad habits sometimes and kind of break them with them habits. So having guys who've played some and has the experience to show them how to play the right way, how to practice the right way, and how to prepare the right way.
Right. It's really key. You know, I was just talking to some people today, and they were asking me, you know, what does it take for a freshman to really play, or what is the roadblocks for them? And I was telling them it's strength, it's pace of play, it's communication, it's how you can impact the game without scoring. Because if you think about any team in America, and I don't care what division you're talking about, most freshmen are coming in having been the man or the second to the man on their team. Well, now you're coming into college and you're probably not going to be that, if we're going to be honest, right? Unless you're talking about top 100. And even some of the top 100 dudes aren't that when they get to their teams. So now how are you going to impact without scoring? So those are the things that matter for our young guys. And we're blessed that we have 2 freshmen who were freshmen last year who got extended minutes. And Amari Floyd, who's an Atlanta guy from Carver, Atlanta High School, and then Jeremiah Curtain, who's from Canada but was at North Florida Educational Institute down here in Jacksonville. Those 2 guys started predominantly most of the year. And they had their ups and downs, so they can tell those freshmen, you know, it's going to be rough starting out. But if you get your win and you understand what you have to do and be where you're supposed to be every day, whether that's class, workouts, practice, weights, be where you're supposed to be when it matters every day, even when no one's watching, then the sky can be the limit.
No doubt. And you know what else Cabral was also good about that? When you are the man, you have to humble yourself.
Right.
And be a part of a team. And sometimes it takes a while for you to get out of that mode to humble yourself and say, hey, this year I'm going to have to just defend like crazy, be an energy guy, be an intangible guy, be a hustle guy. And also, whatever minutes I get, make them impactful. So he had to give me some more minutes as well. So taking that step-by-step approach and really just being humble about it, understanding that we're trying to build something bigger and better here. And I'm a part of that equation, but I have to hold my weight and earn my keep.
It's real big, man. We keep telling our guys, be a star in your role. Whatever that role is, just be a star in that role. And that role can change sometimes. But right now, whatever that role is, be a star in it. And they can use examples. You know, Jeremiah, when our leading scorer last year, Goliath, got hurt in the conference tournament. And I remember after the game, he said, man, Coach, I didn't realize how hard it was to be Batman. Right? I'm used to being Robin. It's hard to be Batman, right? Or you look at Christian Ford, who had his first year at Errol Waters, but was with me when I was at Voorhees, and he was able to get on the court as a freshman, not because he could score the ball, any of that. He was able to impact the game defensively and play out of position and be willing to play out of position and still help the team win and rebound and defend. So if those young men, those freshmen could do that, and even the older guys, you know, even the older guys are coming in, whether they're a transfer, whether they're a JUCO guy, you know, they have a certain mentality of helping right away. But it still goes back to making sure you know your role and can you do your role and be a star in your role.
No doubt. You know, Cabral, it's just very important. Being able to either guard up or down for your position is very important. And talk about the versatility of having a guy who can do that and embrace doing it, whether you go up or down a position to guard it and be impactful defensively and still be able to hold your own, hold your assignment, know where you have to be, know how to get them gaps and slots. So talk about that piece of it for a young man learning how to guard up or down, whatever their position actually is.
Man, you've got to be able to guard your yard, and I don't care what position. Obviously, we won't try to have a point guard guarding a 5-man, but you know, we think we want to be versatile 1 through 4. But we can guard, our point guard can guard, you know, the 1 through the 4. Our 4-man can guard 1 to, you know, the 4 to the 1. So when we have pick and roll situations or different situations where we have to switch, we're not in a scramble situation where we're getting beat off the dribble, and now that's creating bad closeouts. So we want to stay out of bad closeout situations or multiple closeout situations. And so that's why you got to be able to guard your yard 1 through 4 for us. And then we have ball screen coverages where our 5s can do it. And you see these different things when you watch the NBA, you watch FIBA, you watch, you know, Division I college basketball. Those are the same kind of level of defensive attributes that we want. And so that's why if you looked at our recruiting class, you saw, you know, 4.68, 6.7, and 6.6, and 6.5, and 6.4, and 6.3. You saw those things that gives us the defensive versatility, even more so than what they bring offensively. They bring a lot offensively, but it's that defensive versatility that we think is going to help us take that next step in our program.
No doubt that defense versatility leads to, making them take tough twos, tough threes, getting rebounds, and getting out of transition as well, getting easy buckets, and being switchable 1 through 4. If you want to even ice or drop to 5, whatever you want to do. But like you said, having that option with length and switchability on defense, because defense travels no matter what you do. Sometimes when shots ain't going to go down, but you can defend and give effort and energy every night. If we do that, we have a chance every night to win.
Man, we got a chance, and that's what we really keyed on, my staff and I, Coach Britt, Coach Reedy, and myself. We keyed on that because, last year when we shot the ball well, we were tough to beat. That let us have the opportunity to beat nationally ranked Benedict, to beat Morehouse, to beat, unfortunately lose twice to Clark by 1 point, both times, who won the conference tournament and the SIAC East, to beat Tuskegee. But when we had to grind games out, it was a little bit tougher for us. And so we wanted to get this versatility defensively, this length and versatility, so we could be able to win both ways. We can beat you when we're shooting well and scoring the basketball, but if we got to grind that thing out, we can do that. We can get stops, and we can finish the possession with a rebound. That was really key, and that's what we really wanted to key on in this recruiting class.
Yeah, it's so important what you said, because I think that's sometimes folks forget about that part. You can defend great for 29 seconds and not get that rebound.
And they take that shot and they get the offensive rebound. It's resetting to 20 seconds. Now I'm mad. Coach Britt's mad. Now we got to try to play defense again. It's tough to play another 20 seconds of defense.
Yes, get their rebound. Complete the play.
Complete the play. Like we talk about, we like kills in our program. If we can get a certain amount of kills in the game, that's 3 straight stops in a row, then we think we can win that ball game. It's tough to get a kill if you can't get that rebound and get the kill.
You got that right. And what's great about it is just now it's funny watching how I watch on synergy sometimes. Some people sending 4 people to crash the glass. Some people sometimes they sending 3, 2, whatever. But it's funny when you watch the film Cabral, you kind of look to see how a team is crashing offensive glass. I know I look at it a lot in the NBA. I mean, how they send them to the glass. See, we can how we had to kind of scheme up the rebounding pattern. So, how do you guys go about that for you and your team, looking at how teams offensively crash the glass against you defensively?
Oh man, you have to look at it, especially in our league, because our league is so tough and physical and big. So you got to look at how many they're sending. And so we want it to be where it didn't matter how many they send, because all 5 of our guys are going to be able to rebound in basketball. And to be honest with you, we don't care if our leading rebounder is our point guard, because you know what that meant? That means those other 4 guys did a great job boxing out, and that ball fell right to our point guard's hands, and we can start to break. So that's what we really want. We don't care how many they're sending to the glass, because really all that means for us is how we can get out and get more transition buckets, because we're going to make sure we boxed out. We're going to make sure we control the glass, and we're going to be able to push the ball back at them, because now they've got to turn and heal. And what are their first 3 steps going to be better than our first 3 steps? And we think we recruited guys and guys that are coming back whose first 3 steps are very much better than theirs.
No doubt, make them foul. You get to the line, so you can get back set your defense. So hey, work yourself out, get that rebound. Let's go, baby.
Let's go.
Get it go. And you know what, Cabral, in part of your class, man, you got a young man named Miles hosting here from Great Britain. So we're playing in the under-20 men's final team, July to the 21st. Go about recruiting that young man from London, England, to get him to come to Edward Waters. And how proud of you have one of your players wears that purple and orange. He's going to represent his country, Great Britain, man.
And man, that's a great accomplishment for Miles. And I remember when he told me that he had the opportunity to possibly play for the under-20 team. And then when he told me that he had made the team, it's a great accomplishment for him and his family, first and foremost. And then it's a great accomplishment for what my staff and I were able to do to recruit this man to Edward Waters, because we truly believe his talent level and who he will become here is better than our level. And we've got to recruit guys that's better than our level. You and I have talked about that before. So when I first got the job, around the end of April last year, he was one of the first guys I went to see. And I was told we didn't have a chance to get him. But in this new age of recruiting, where everybody wants to get old and stay old and they want to play around in the portal, we stayed with it and we hung with it, and we were able to build that relationship with this young man, and he chose us over some other places he could have went. I believe if he had held out just a little while longer, he's probably at somebody's Division I, right? So we're excited about the opportunity to have him don that purple and orange and Edward Waters to stay, because he's from Great Britain, right? He's from London, England, but he played his high school and post-grad ball in Jacksonville. So we got 2 for 1, so to speak. Like, we got a guy we were told we weren't supposed to be able to get, who we think is better than our level. But we also technically got a guy we got to stay home. We got to stay in Duval. So that's really good for us.
No doubt, man. It's good to have a guy in national flavor to give you all some diversity on the roster. It's going to be some fun for you guys to learn about his background. So, because Cabral, for me, man, I go back to T-ball when I learned about diversity and different people, different places. Funny story. Like, it was some little kids on my team, man. They look like me and you. They talk different.
Right.
And my dad gave me to talk about, yeah, it's because of this and that, that's why it is. But it's fun that even at 4 years old, I learned that lesson. And been around a diverse group of young men who spoke Spanish, Portuguese, and French as a 4-year-old, right?
Right.
And now, coming from London, England, whole different environment over there to help you guys teach them about that diversity of being over there as a young man growing up in the UK. So I think for Miles coming to this program here at Warriors HBCU school from the AME Church, man, he has a great opportunity to impact his teammates and they give impact him as well with his unique situation here.
Man, I think it's really huge that we present these young men with opportunities they're going to see beyond basketball. And this world is diverse. And when you go into the workplace, when you start to having families, you're not just going to be around one certain set of ethnicity or certain set of people. You're going to be around everyone. And so we wanted to kind of create that here at Edward Waters, and we've been blessed to. Not only do we have Miles, who's from London, England. Last year we had a young man who was Sudanese. We have a young man who was Haitian on our team last year. But we still will have a young man who's from Paris, France. And we have 2 Canadians on our team as well. So that's going to be really big for us. And going back to Miles, man, the sky's the limit for him. Like, his versatility, what he can do, his athleticism, his ability to handle the basketball, protect the rim. Like, we like to recruit guys that are either playmakers or monsters, right? And he's both of them. He can make a play for himself and others, but he's a monster around that rim, whether he's finishing it or whether he's protecting the paint, blocking shots, getting rebounds. His film does not lie if you ever see it.
No doubt, man. You know what's good about that, Cabral, this man, that he's actually getting to play internationally against that FIBA game, because the FIBA game has so much to offer.
Yes.
You can learn from the FIBA game, and it translates well to the college game over here. And he can also help with that, helping with guys learning certain reads here. While we read this way, this is how it will be up in this level. So I think his IQ for basketball can be even higher just for them 9 days that he's playing with this national team on the under 20 and practicing to get ready for it. His IQ for basketball is going to be so much higher when it gets to you in August, and it's going to help your team immensely. That's his experience he's having right now with Team GB.
Right, I agree. You talk about just those 9 days of playing, but you got to realize all the time they spent practicing before then, whether it was trying to make the team to when you get on the team and when they practice. So I think his learning curve is going to be ramped up. So when he gets here in August, he won't have to, understand what it takes so much or the terminology. There may be a little bit of different terminology, but he'll understand what we're talking about. When we're talking about certain ball screen coverages or how to, have pace and space on the floor, because he would have just done that this summer. And that's going to be really huge for him, especially as a freshman who's we feel can come in and play some impactful minutes for us immediately.
And Cabral, will tell you, man, congrats on your NABC certification, brother. You're one of 18 coaches, or one of my boys in there, Dante Jackson, I see was in it as well. Man, tell me about that, the process of getting that certification, man, and how important is it for you the hard work you put in to get recognized by a national organization like NABC?
Man, that's the creme de la creme of our basketball coaches associations. And they do a great job of helping us continue to learn and get better as coaches. We always ask our players, what are you going to do to get better? Whether it's in the season, preseason, after the season, summertime. So we as coaches have to take that chance to get better. And the NABC gives us an opportunity to do that year round, not just at the Final Four, but year round. So I can be better for these players that we're bringing in and the ones that are coming back. I felt it was a need for me to go back and tweak my skills, whether it be baseline out of bounds, sideline out of bounds. How can we tweak our offensive and defensive sets? What can I learn more about establishing and maintaining culture of your basketball team? What are some new things that are going on with NIL? Yes, NIL impacts Division I more than it does Division II, but it's coming. So how can I be ready for that? How can we be ready to really manage the portal and what it's doing and be ready for these young men that we have coming in? And the last key piece is, they give you opportunities to learn about things like the mental health of your guys and the mental health of us as coaches. So all those things are what the NABC brings to you. And I was just blessed to represent Edward Waters for opportunity to get better, which in turn helps my team and Edward Waters, our team and Edward Waters get better as well.
And brother, you do a heck of a job, man. I'll tell you what, you one of the guys who support everybody. And it's rare in this business when people support everybody. You one of them guys who's open with you, brother. You do it. I commend you for it. Because it's hard. A lot of times when you compete with people, it's hard to root them over. But hey, brother, you do a heck of a job. You compete with these guys, you show them love and support, man. And I can just tell you that, man. That's a great quality about you, man. I see from afar, and I have to be better at that myself. About radio competitors, I hate go lie. I have to be better at that. So I'm trying to learn from you, brother. I'm trying to be better.
Hey, man, it's hard, but it's fair, as they say. That's a testament to my parents, man, who taught me to always be happy for someone else's blessings. Whether or not that impacts yours or not, just be happy for them. Now, I'm going to compete. When we playing each other, I want to beat, they tell just like they want to beat mine. But when I see something good happen to coaches that I've been blessed to either have worked with, for, coached against, happen to just know through passing, I'm happy for these men, these women who are coaching this game. I'm happy for other players. Sometimes I'm happy for guys that maybe I lost out in the recruiting war to, but I knew they were going to be good enough, so I'm happy for them. It's the ultimate measure of a man is where he stands, not in the time of happiness or greatness, but in the time when somebody else is doing something great, right? I know I tweet that a little bit from what MLK, Dr. Martin Luther King said, but I think we've got to do more of that, being happy for somebody else. Praising our brothers, lifting them up, giving them flowers, as they say, while they're still here. Too many times we wait till it's too late, or they've already retired, or they've gone past. We got to give them their flowers now, especially. I'm going to say this, especially our HBCU brothers and sisters who are coaching. We got to give them their flowers now because people don't understand the dynamics of what we go through every day, and not in a bad way, but we don't have the outlets that other PWIs have to really support our student athletes and our programs and our institutions. So we got to do more of that. So if anybody gets tired of seeing me on social media supporting Edward Waters and all these, I'm going to continue to do it.
Keep on doing it, brother. I'm behind you. I support you in doing it, my brother. And I'm glad you're a brother of mine. ATL for life. So, folks,
yes, sir.
My brother, Cabral, Huff, the coach of LR Tigers. I'll see you soon on the road, my brother. Be safe in your travels. We'll get up to the live period. It's coming up real soon, my guy. It's time to hit that late point, baby.
Time to see it. Going to find some Tigers in 2025, man, for that next class. We'll definitely get up. I appreciate you, brother.
Anytime, my brother. That's folks. It's Cabral Huff and the Bossman Show. Support Edward Waters College and Edward Waters Tigers, EWU, and men's basketball on Twitter and Instagram. Follow my man, Coach Cabral Huff. We out.
BS3 Network. Changing the way you watch TV.
Yes, BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV, covering content and hot topics from A to Z, sports, music, society and culture, movie reviews. You name it, we have it. Check it out on bs3network.com or check us out on Roku, BS3 TV on Roku, as well as check out your favorite podcast on all podcast platforms or Spreaker.com/BS3 Network.
You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
What's up, good people? Bet Online is your number one source for all your betting needs. The latest odds, lines, and matchup reports for baseball, boxing, golf, and more. Bet Online continues to be the fastest and easiest way to place your wagers, including live betting and your favorite casino and card games available to play right from your phone. Head to the website or use your mobile device to sign up today and get in on the action. Remember to use your promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet online where the game starts. What's up, family? Gerald the Bossman here. You're tuned into the Bossman Show on AM 1010, AM 1430, 1055 The King. Check The King out at 105theking.com and the Bossman Show at bossmanshow.com. Hit me up on Instagram, The Bossman Show, Twitter at Bossman Show, and Facebook, Bossman Show. It's the Bossman on your radio.
Listen to The Bossman Show with your host, JR, Saturdays at 9 a.m. right here on AM 1010, The King.
For the ones who get it done, the most important part is the one you need now. And the best partner is the one who can deliver. That's why millions of maintenance and repair pros trust Grainger. Because we have professional-grade supplies for every industry, even hard-to-find products. And we have same-day pickup and next-day delivery on most orders. But most importantly, we have an unwavering commitment to help keep you up and running. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Ever get the feeling you're being watched online? It's Data Brokers. They collect your personal info, your browsing habits, where you live, and who you're related to, and then sell it to the highest bidder. Aura helps stop that. Aura automatically removes your personal info from data broker sites and keeps it off. It also monitors the dark web, protects your devices, alerts you to real-time threats, and more. Start your free trial at aura.com/listen. That's AURA.com/listen for your free trial.